Hi, it's Leela. I want to tell you about the most important lesson that I learned from my very first Dom. And it has nothing to do with kink at all. What he taught me is that if you see somebody standing alone at a social event, walk up and say hello and talk to them. And if that person is standing alone, it is a gift you're giving of yourself to go speak to them, and that you are doing them a favor. Don't feel self conscious about that because you're doing them a favor. So you should feel good about that. This was really weird to me. I was like, oh, I don't want to impose on them. I don't want to, what if I'm in their way? But then he pointed out that putting myself in that position of being the person who's gone by myself to a thing, or my friends are off doing something else. You are in that situation. I thought about, I've never been not grateful for when somebody's approached me. I've always been grateful for when people come up, and I know many of you probably feel the same way. So the second piece of this is walk up and say hello, but then also ask a relevant question about what's going on in the room at the time. It might be something like, if you're at a music event, asking, hey, do you know where this band's from? Or if you're at a kinky event, it might be something like, oh, do you know where they might have gotten those toys? Whatever it is, it can be any question. But the point of asking the question is that it starts a conversation. And that conversation is how you can start to get to know somebody. And, worst case scenario, they're not interested in talking to you and you get a rude brush off. Often what happens is you have a pleasant interchange for a little while and then you don't reconnect again. But sometimes you end up having this really great little exchange, and then you come back again later and have another great exchange. And the next thing you know, you've made a new friend or connection. And I've used this so many times and it just feels wonderful. That particular Dom taught me lots of beautiful things. I'll probably have a few more little videos about other lessons he's taught me. But that one was the very most important thing that I learned from him, and best practical tip in terms of how to put yourself out there in a way that feels really good. And that in turn builds confidence and builds the sense that, yeah, I can do this and I want it, and people like me, and all of those beautiful, happy feelings that make us feel more accepted and just better about ourselves. So yeah, go forth and say hi to people. Talk to you soon. Bye.